Minute Young Gu, a voice called out, a hint of urgency in its tone. Then, another name, Hyung Run, spoken with a similar sense of concern. The scene was set, the names marking the presence of individuals caught in a dangerous situation. The same voice called again, Young Run. The concern turning to panic. Run, you. The rest of the words were a desperate cry before the speaker was cut off. The monster has absorbed him through the body. The words were spoken with shock, a horrific revelation. You are weak. We have lost our queen. Accusations were thrown as they tried to figure out the best course of action. The life of your lowly conscript doesn't balance the equation. The words were cold, calculating. Then, a question that cut through the chaos. Who is your king? A beat of silence, then, a voice declared, outside. He is outside, a strong presence. Someone else coughed. Puke. Cough. Outside. Then, came the frantic concern. Did go Ruji? This is not the time. We must escape this place before he returns. The desperation was palpable, a race against time. God damn it. The ants. The frustration and helplessness of the situation was being felt. This is strange, another voice spoke, confusion lacing the words. Neither Team Charlie or Team Delta is responding. Perhaps this is related to the interference wave issue. They are certainly within the transmission distance. A technical explanation, but the implication was terrifying. Communication had failed, and teams were lost. Team Bravo, check in. Bravo checking in. The responses were inconsistent. No, I can only contact Team Alpha. You can't contact Team Charlie or Team Delta either? They were questioning the situation. Should we go check it out? The idea was considered, weighing the pros and cons. We are headed that way. You finish up there and move to the extraction point. Orders were given. The mission was continuing, despite the issues. Understood. Got something else? More complications, more problems. BP, go to it. It's me? Yes. A new conversation cut through, revealing a different angle to the situation. Chairman Matsumoto, off the coast of China. They sure got a big thing brewing in Korea. The scope of the events was far-reaching, affecting more than just their team. Be that as it may, I doubt the ants can fly all the way over to China. A dismissive tone, a need to stay focused on the immediate threat. HMP, but seeing how invested Japan is in all this, Go-To Ryujin must be desperate to be a national-class hunter. A veiled jab, the underlying tensions of the geopolitical situation coming through. All the national-class hunters have cleared an S-ranked gate. As accomplished as Go-To Ryuji is, he has never cleared an S-ranked gate. The observation was pointed, highlighting a gap in their rival's reputation. I don't quite understand. I wonder, though. It's nothing, but from what I can see, this seems too much of a convenient excuse. A sense of doubt started to arise. Whatever, Go-To Ryuji is nowhere close to that goal. The disbelief was spreading. You think so? Well, if you had taken but one look at Ryu's Kong, you'd know too. A rival was mentioned with high praise. Captain Ryu's Kong surely made a fan out of you. A light chuckle, you could say that. The moment was a brief moment of levity. At any rate, I think this raid is sure to come back to bite someone in the ass. The radio crackled to life. Go-To. Respond? Urgency crept into the tone. Is there a problem? We have fatalities. The word hit hard, a confirmation of the worst fears. What a needless loss. I thought we elected to the strategy to avoid that possibility. The shock was palpable. You are correct, they were weak. It's nothing to be concerned about. Strict is always a win as long as we have you. No real loss for having a couple of them die off. The speaker's coldness was a sharp contrast to the previous grief. Yes, the Korean team is facing the Queen right now. The update was grim. Yes, they are, but following the satellite malfunction, it looks like the ants have swarmed back to the Queen. The situation had evolved again. It's something new to think about, but so far, hasn't seemed to have caused any big issues. The situation was being downplayed, but the tension was still present. Your assessment on the Korean team's chance to return alive? From what I've seen of our competition, with the sum power of the hunters participating, it would be 0%. It was a blunt declaration, crushing any hope of rescue. We, the team of Japan, have done everything we could, but with Team Korea's annihilation, we must regretfully retreat. Go-To's national class challenge unfortunately falls short. The words were carefully constructed. The perfect headline, but the ultimate goal, total elimination of Korea's S-rank hunters, is a success. Everyone, pull back. An order, sharp and clear. Understood. We are pulling back. Yes, we'll recover the bodies at a later date. The retreat was organized, calculated, but felt rushed. Then a warning, Ishida, this is no ordinary. A new threat was presenting itself, and I'll take over from here. Minoru, you join up with Team Bravo right now, but with enemies this strong, you'll just get in the way, and to what a sharp presence. A mysterious figure was emerging. Are you the king? The question, the answer, a monster, and no less is talking a king. Yes, I am the king. Kiki. The declaration was defiant, full of confidence. What's this magical power? A new factor was introduced. This power. I have felt this before. When was it? A feeling of recognition, tinged with worry. Then, President Choi, can you turn up the heat? The request, desperate. If I did, we'll use up what little oxygen we have left. Everyone has received critical injuries. The group was weakened, their resources dwindling. BMGU did what little he could, but no way any of us is anywhere near normal. At least, Choi Zongin has enough for this last gamble with his flames. Hope rested on one final act. This is as far as we can go, a defeated final stand. Then, a chilling question. What is this, Black Warrior? The unknown approached. The last thing we talked about just had to be, have you eaten yet? A poignant thought, a final conversation now hauntingly significant. If I had known this would happen, we would have talked more. The regret was palpable, a sense of lost opportunity hanging in the air. Father! The word was a desperate whisper. Then, the scene shifted, the tone turning dire. You mean, the S-rank hunters are being viciously torn apart by just one? Shock and disbelief filled the voice. And what the hell is happening? The question was rhetorical, born of utter bewilderment. What about it? Do you want me to put our hunters being torn apart on live TV? Sarcasm laced with panic. The situation was collapsing, the spectacle turning nightmarish. Director. The phone lines are absolutely jammed by the viewers calling in. Chaos was erupting, the world outside mirroring the pandemonium within the facility. This is it. It's all over, Director. The declaration was filled with despair, the end seemingly at hand. Then, a flicker of something new. There's someone new at the scene? Confusion replaced the despair. What are you talking about? They demanded. Look at this. Oh. The speaker trailed off, stunned by what was unfolding before them. Oh my God, it can't be. A moment of disbelief, followed by a sudden shift in resolve. Prepare to go back on air. Just excuse me. If we start back up now, it'll be a live broadcast, someone said, the tone laced with apprehension. We can't account for emergencies. We already stopped the broadcast once. It can't get any worse from here. We came this far. There's no going back. The determination was strong, a decision to face the unfolding chaos head-on. Go back on air. No matter what happens, go back on air. The order was firm, a commitment to show the world what was to come. So now, our fate rests with him. Skill. Shadow Exchange Class exclusive skill. No manner needed skill. A technical explanation was given. Allows the user to exchange location with a selected shadow. It was a strategy that was explained as the only hope of survival. After being utilized, there is a 3-hour cooldown period. The limitation was a challenge. Cooldown period depends on the skill level. Cooldown time remaining 2 hours, 59 minutes, 47 seconds. Time was slipping away. Iron Walk. Iron has used the taunting roar skill. A battle cry was heard. Well done. A voice responded. Item. Demon Monarch Dagger. Acquisition rarity. S-type dagger. Attack power plus 220. Dagger obtained from the Demon Monarch Baron. The description was quick, professional. Using both daggers from the Demon Monarch triggers a set bonus effect. Set bonus effect from 2 into 1 step. Bonus from strength is added to each dagger. A new power was taking hold. What is going on? Confusion was quickly spreading. The situation was changing too fast for most to understand. Who's fighting right now, Master Ma? The question was laced with anxiety. I think we are saved. We might just make it. The tone was hopeful. Should I pick up the pace? Arise. The command was powerful. The situation was turning yet again. What is happening right now? Are those things being reversed? A new, unfamiliar action was being taken. Rick Ted. Hey, start your commentary right now. Everyone in the country is watching. The pressure was immense. I don't really understand this situation. I don't know what's going on, but they are tearing each other apart. Everyone, gather up, wait. They can't take this themselves. The commentator was struggling, unsure of what they were witnessing. I'll explain later. Please take what I'm feeding you. A sudden request was asked of the group. Our wounds have all healed. A miraculous recovery. Why is Hunter CA the only one who hasn't recovered? She's in a serious shape. A dire new problem was being addressed. I can't handle this with my ability. She's fading little by little. Time was slipping away. I think the situation here has settled down a bit. Please evacuate before the ants swarm again. The voice was strained with urgency. Yes, I agree. The group was retreating once again. There's no king outside. He was not the king. A new understanding dawned. Is there another? The one who you call the king. The bastard returned to, that means it could be. Go to Ruji is gone. The realization was dark. Master Ma, I'll leave Hunter CA in your care. A request made, a decision taken. What the Hunter's son? Confusion was spread. I was wondering why the signal from Go to Ryu just stopped. Seems it was him. The king of humans, cute. A bug is talking. The exchange was strange. The story was far from over. Human, what fierce cutting aura. A surprised voice exclaimed, the speaker clearly unnerved by the energy they were sensing. Kayak. The insectoid sound was a combination of fear and respect. Now you're acting like a proper bug, came a mocking retort. The tone was challenging, laced with a subtle threat. 5 minutes ago, a voice cut in. The broadcast has been interrupted. In order to provide you with the best viewing experience, we are making Earth preparations. Please excuse the inconvenience. A formal explanation, yet it carried an underlying sense of something being amiss. What was that? And just now. Wait, what's going on with the hunters? The confusion was mounting. What the heck are they doing, stopping the broadcast now? Frustration and suspicion were evident. Youngin, do you have any idea what's going on? A direct question, the need for clarity pressing. We've just received some confirmed information from the scene, a composed voice announced, trying to regain control of the narrative. They informed the viewers of Minute Bienji is passing along with the information that the safety of the hunters remaining in the nest could not be verified. The news was grim. The risks were clear. But we have just received the news that a new, unknown hunter has just appeared at the nest. We are resuming the broadcast. A shocking announcement, a new element entering the equation. What's this? And what a fierce cutting aura. The exclamation was one of surprise and disbelief. Are you the king? A voice challenged. Yeah, I'm the king, Kick. The answer was simple, confident. Kick beep. The sounds were strange, alien. And that's where we lost the signal. The feed had been cut off once again. An ant is using human speech. A shocked voice exclaimed. What's more, he challenged Go-To Association chairman. The implications were terrifying. How can a monster like that exist? Matsumoto Shigeo, Japanese Hunters Association chairman, it's reappeared in the Queen's throne room. The situation was escalating beyond comprehension. You mean the Korean team is still alive? A glimmer of hope was expressed. Yes, it appears that way. In addition, an enormous new source of magical power just appeared. A new, unpredictable element had emerged. God damn it. The broadcast. Turn on the Korean broadcast. The command was shouted, a desperation to see the unfolding events. Yes, Mom, a hurried response. What are you up to? Sorry, I'm interrupting your study, right? A different voice, a concern for a loved one. The TV just stopped working. Where's Appa? The questions tumbled out, worry underlying the words. He ran out suddenly saying he's got something to do. An abrupt departure, an air of mystery surrounding it. Gina, this TV. Wait a sec, Mom. The focus shifted back to the chaos of the broadcast. These kids, where are their heads today? An exasperated tone, the adults trying to make sense of the events. That's Sung Jin-Woo chairman. Please calm yourself. The voice was a mix of apprehension and disbelief. What the heck is a mage doing on the front line? I think he took the end too lightly and took a direct hit. A mistake, a moment of vulnerability. Wiki, you're not the king after all. A challenging, mocking taunt. Skill. You have activated the Dominator's touch. A new power was revealed. Master Buck, Master Choi. Are you sure that Hunter Sung is a mage class? Doubt entered the conversation. I didn't really believe it, but I wasn't expecting something like this. The reality of what was unfolding was far different than what anyone could have imagined. Kayak pretty tough. Maybe because of its exoskeleton. What a pain in the ass. A frustrated observation. What an amazing display. Even as an A rank, it's taking all I've got to stay standing. I'm about to lose my mind from just the magical reverb. Irazion. I'm being pushed back by raw strength alone. What is this? Just what manner of being are you? The final words expressed a bewilderment, the speaker completely in awe of what they were witnessing. He cracked the shell. Impossible. He did that to me. The words were filled with disbelief, a recognition of a shocking reversal. Then came the explanation, poison. The skill I just happened to absorb from a cone snail, paralysis poison. One of the most deadly poisons that naturally occurs in the wild. A terrifying ability, casually explained. It combines with magic inside the body and concentrates, turning into a much deadlier poison. The speaker was aware of the power of their craft. How unfortunate, human. You will. Their boast was cut short by their next actions. My mother, a desperate cry. A moment of vulnerability amidst the chaos. Then, a different voice, a new layer to the narrative. Minoru Sugimoto-san contacted me. The news was abrupt. What happened? A question laced with concern. We can't win. Monster, or S-rank, or whatever. It's not a monster that can be handled by mere humans. Not even Go-to-san, certainly not us. The words were laced with fear and defeat. What the heck are you saying? Did you lose your mind? You useless. The frustration was overflowing, a loss of composure in the face of terror. It's going to get troublesome for us from here on, another voice muttered. God damn it. A curse of frustration, a sense of helplessness in the face of the challenges ahead. While what? The exclamation was one of shock, a new development taking place. The poison has been neutralized. A matter-of-fact observation, a shocking turn of events. I thought it was getting strangely happy. I guess it was because of the poison. Perhaps it's because my perception stat has improved. I can't perceive his feelings. The speaker was assessing the situation, their powers evolving. He's getting nervous for sure. However, I am too. A moment of honesty, admitting to their own fear. I have to end this as soon as possible. A decision was made. A need to bring the conflict to a close. Where did it go? It disappeared. Panic set in. The prey had vanished. Poison isn't working. A contest of strength merely wastes time. A new strategy was needed. I reduced the size I had increased and put everything into agility. A shift in approach, a change in tactics. I'm done with the warm-up. A declaration of readiness, a sense that the real battle was about to begin. He's not only matching my speed, he's getting even faster. How is this possible? The shock was evident. He's about at the level of the demon monarch, or maybe even stronger. A daunting comparison, the opposition was becoming too much to handle. However, I have a better weapon now, and I've become stronger since defeating him. Without a doubt, his exoskeleton has cracked noticeably. I can finish this. A confidence was building up, a belief in the power of their actions. Now skill. Critical hit has been activated. A declaration of action, a power unleashed. Skill critical hit has been upgraded to its final form. Critical chain upgrade. Critical chain. Critical chain LV max. The powers were evolving, becoming more dangerous. Where do you think? Chill? Critical chain has been activated. The speaker was taunting. Not too bad. Skill critical chain has been activated. The fight was escalating. Is there really nothing I'm superior to this human in? The question was a mix of frustration and a desperate desire to find an advantage. No, there is one. A final card to be played. How's that, human? The challenge was laid out, the battle reaching its climax. The story was far from over, but the end was in sight. Come forth, a voice commanded, the words carrying an immense weight of authority. The air crackled with anticipation as the figure waited. Focus on the Anstad. If the humans get hurt, you won't ever be summoned again. The command was clear, a warning against any deviation from the strategy. Then came an activation. Tusk skill, Hymn of the Giants, has been activated. Tusk skill, Hymn of the Fire Drake, has been activated. Power surged into the area, ready for action. He is a summoned warrior for real, someone whispered. Their tone a mix of awe and trepidation. He was summoned? No. Another voice, more fearful, replied, however you see it, he's not a mere summoned warrior. It's more like the advent of a demon king fallen to earth. The implications were frightening. This was no simple summon. How can this be? A shocked voice exclaimed. I was more powerful than any other from the moment I was born. I swallowed up everything in my path and stood at the apex of growing without limit. That was me, a monarch. The boastful words were tinged with a desperate disbelief. I was a monarch. That's how it should be. Flee, a voice muttered, the word laced with contempt. I must flee to stay alive. I must flee. Panic was setting in. That must be Hunter Minute Bimgo's healing ability, a voice observed. It's the first time I've seen a monster that can absorb the ability of those he has consumed. The creature's power was terrifying and ever-evolving. I must put some distance between us. The creature was starting to understand that the fight was not in their favor. Skill, Dominator's Touch, has been activated. A power was unleashed. Kiak, I won't let you flee. The chase was on, and it was being followed by Skill, Critical Chain, has been activated. A power was being released. You have defeated your foe. You have gained a level. You have gained a level. Hunter Sung Jin-Woo ca Hae-In is. The announcements, quick and successive, highlighted the rapid events. Damn it. I've wasted too much time. I have to find a healer fast. Shadow Exchange isn't all-powerful. There's still cooldown time left, and I haven't tested to see if I can move with another person in tow. Even if I go with Kaisale, Hunter CA would be. A new problem emerged, a limitation in their abilities. Gone before I could return. Panic was setting in. Does the Drone Sword Guild have any surviving healers? I have to find a way. A desperate search began. Time was running out. Could you turn off the camera for a bit? A sudden request was made. Excuse me, hurry, or if you don't, I'll destroy it. The threat was quick, direct, and immediate. Of course. The response was made. Why the camera all of a sudden? Shadows, all of you. Search for the body of Hunter Minute Beamju. Mju's body. It can't be. His head was taken. The hunt for a solution was underway. Will it work? Hunter Sung Jin-Woo? What are you planning to do? Curiosity was rising. Shadow summon is possible with this body. How fortunate. This is the only way. Arise. A command was given, a desperate attempt to fix the problems. Shadow summon has failed. God damn it. Arise. Shadow summon has failed. With the level of my summon skill, this should have been simple. He must possess a strong will against being summoned. Almost like it's telling me, it's an evil act to summon the shadow from a person. However, the living take precedence. Arise. The speaker was struggling against an unseen force. Hunter Sung Jin-Woo. What the hell are you doing to Bingio? An accusation was thrown. Your ability, the true nature of your ability is power over the dead. The shocking revelation had been revealed. Power over the dead? Don't tell me Hunter Sung Jin, with power, is to use the power formerly held by the dead? The realization was spoken with disbelief, a shocking revelation of a hunter's true abilities. Master Sun, so you were no ordinary summoner, a voice added, recognizing the full scale of the power. The implications of this discovery hung heavy in the air. Beamju is a healing hunter. Cha, a voice stated, a new connection being formed. I can tell just what kind of man he was in life. He's healing Hunter Cha Hae-In on his own, without being directed. Such a warm person. That a thing is no longer beyond goo. The words were a mix of admiration and astonishment. You're right, he can summon the dead. Another voice confirmed. The reality of the situation sinking in. What the hell? I'm speechless. The speaker was simply in shock. I can see why he told me to turn off the camera, someone muttered. A new understanding of the situation. That kind of power can't be leaked to the outside. The more fiercely he battles, the more power he attains. I can't even begin to imagine what a scary power that is. Fear and respect was evident in the words. I'm sure that you'll accomplish great things in many future battles to come, a voice said, with conviction. And I'm just assured that Bienju's power would be of great assistance then. Then came a note of warning, but Bienju in life absolutely hated fighting. To drive him to battle once again, please don't do this. A conflict in the speaker's mind was made clear. It's twice now that Hunter Barkianho's grabbed my shoulder, but the difference this time is that it's not an order, but rather a heartfelt request. A subtle shift in tone, a change from command to alliance. I feel the same way as Hunter Barkianho. Cancel summon. The connection between the group was powerful. Thank you, a quiet voice whispered, a note of gratitude. The hunters are coming out. An announcement, a new phase of action was beginning. Hunter Sung Jin-Woo, I'm going to hang back. There's still something I need to do. A lone decision, the action of an individual. I understand. It's still not completely over just yet. The reply was calm, accepting. I'll clear a path and take care of the mob before coming back. Kaisale, be well then. I'll meet with you later. Let's go. The group was separating once again, tasks assigned and accepted. That was a real monster, a voice exclaimed. You guys can never understand, not having seen it. Go to San. The way Go to San was, by that thing, we can't win. Despair was evident. This raid is a total failure. There's no way a hunter can overcome that kind of monster. The sense of hopelessness was rising. You needn't worry, the Jeju Island raid is finished, that monster is gone. An unexpected declaration, a surprising announcement. Impossible. We were just notified by Korean command. There is no mistake, Tsukamoto-san. So it turns out, there is a powerful hunter in Korea, too. The news was shocking, a game-changing revelation. Even so, I'm sure he is below Go to San's level, perhaps, but I'm not sure, a hesitant voice spoke. And what's the name of this hunter? A pointed question, seeking further knowledge. Sung Jin-Woo, there's still many left. The ants swarm in. All hands prepare for combat. A new wave of creatures was coming. I'm even gaining experience for eliminating the ants that haven't hatched yet, a voice stated, in disbelief. Inventory. How fortunate. I should organize this too. Oh, I completely forgot about this. Let's try this. It's too good to let it rot in storage. I should take care of the remaining eggs with this. The speaker was finding a way to make progress despite the situation. What do you think, Director? A voice asked. After spending the time to watch this, it is already well past 4 a.m. David Brannon, Director of the Hunter Management Bureau, you didn't come to ask for my thoughts about this. You came to my house at this late hour because you already know what I think. Michael Connor. Hunter who can control several hundred summon creatures, certainly an uncommon ability. The conversation took a different turn, power players now in the room. It would be a waste for someone like that to remain in a small country like Korea. A strategic move was being discussed. I'm in agreement. Do you know anything else about this man? A request for information, a need to get the whole picture. That explosive incident that occurred at the Hunter Management Bureau a few months ago. The FA some Illinois 1 incident. He was captured alive by A-rank Hunter James in an A-ranked gate that opened in the eastern U.S. We weren't sure whether he was a monster or a human, but he insisted that he was a hunter from Korea. The details were coming to light, a history to be uncovered. The information we gathered then, we still have on file at the Bureau. When we looked into it, it turns out he and Sung Jin-Woo are actually father and son. A shocking revelation, a bloodline connection. Other countries would not even know anything about Hunter Sung Jin-Woo, not even his name. This is a great opportunity for us, a calculating voice stated. But this is different from the time with Wang Dongsu. Korea has long been an ally of the U.S. To bring over yet another S-rank hunter from Korea would put some serious strain on that alliance. A note of caution was added, then. But don't you think that is worth the risk? The stakes were clear, but they were too good to pass up. You think you can do it? A voice asked. We can only try. The decision was made. A gamble for high reward. Your level has been increased. So with this, I've reached level 100. The announcement was made, progress was being made. Name, Sung Jin-Woo. Level 100 at last. A milestone reached, but the path ahead was still unclear. The aura surrounding this guy is even more revolting. A new perspective, a sense of unease was in the air. Arise, a single command, and the world changed again. What's with this darkness? I can't feel anything. Is this from the shadow extraction skill I used on it? Could it be a failure? Ah, it's back to normal. The world had shifted. The shadow extraction has succeeded, and here I thought I had failed. Level 1. Rank. General. Another piece of the puzzle was in place, but it was still far from over. LV1 rank General. It's a rank I never saw before. The words were spoken with a mix of awe and disbelief. Normal, a late night, and the next must be General rank. It means that this brat is much stronger than the other shadows. The implication was clear. Something extraordinary had occurred. If I consider the stats when it was alive, it does make sense this time. The Queen, my king. The thoughts were fragmented, trying to make sense of the impossible. Please give me a name. A request, humble yet powerful. It seems that the ultimate loyalty is the same for this one too. An observation on the nature of devotion. How can you talk to me? I was able to, a confused voice started. Since he was able to talk before he became a shadow, can he still speak? No. I was a human, and he couldn't speak after he became a shadow. The questions came quickly, seeking clarity on the unusual events. Hunter Minute by MGU and Tusk were the same. There is only one difference. Ranking? Then, Maybe the others will be able to talk if they level up. The connections were being made, and a new understanding was beginning to form. LV1 General Rank. I was the one who challenged you. Can you still be obedient and follow me? A test of loyalty, a question of control. I'm not gone, but reborn by leech power inside me. I have a happiness overflowing. I will always follow you, my leech Malaysia. Please give me a name. The response was filled with adoration and devotion. T-Bin Gaming is the Korean word for ant. Gave me a name, or it won't be right. A name that distinguishes him from other ants. The famous author who wrote the novel, The Ants, suddenly popped up in my head. TVN named after Bernard Werber. A reference was made, and a name was chosen. Your name will be Barry. Thank you, my master. The formalities had been completed. Barry, LV1 rank General Good. Now let's make the Queen a shadow. Arise. The task ahead was immense. LV1 rank General. An observation. Huh? The connection between the ants became weak. Barry, what is happening? A question asked with some urgency. The Ant Queen's normal ability is to control the ant colony. An explanation was offered. Does that mean that the control over the ant colony is given up to the Queen? Yes, that is the case. There isn't much magic power compared with the rank. Is there a reason why the Queen's magic decreased? Questions were being asked and explored. Mostly the magic of the Ant Queen is for reproduction. It is impossible to reproduce without a body. So you are telling me that the Queen doesn't fight? Clarification was sought. Yes, my leech, that is what I stated. The truth was laid out. A clear understanding of the situation had been achieved. That doesn't need to be two heads in an organization. Cancel extraction. Stop. We don't need to collect the magic crystals. These magic crystals will be used for rebuilding Jeju Island and for compensating for the loss of damage. It's not something that we should keep our hands on. This one from Barry's fallen form will be enough. Moreover, the problem is the ants that are left over. Can I sweep them out with this much military force? A new goal was established, with new problems and needs being presented. I'll try as much as I can, Master. I feel it. The enemies are going through difficulties because they have no leader. They cannot organize the masses, and they are scattering. The battle was moving forward, but it was far from over. Did you have an account on the total number of ants? There were 8,700 ants before the raid today. The number of survivors are a total of 4,000 ants, Master. An update was given with some concern. I thought there were quite a lot that were exterminated. I never thought there would be this many left. If it's you, do you think you can eliminate all of them? A question was asked with apprehension. If you give me an order. The ants are flying over here. A final challenge had been set. The ants are heading north. They are clashing with the Knights Guild. Next is our turn. All hunters, attack. A battle cry. Now, our famed guild should join the battle too, every single one of them. Another was eager to enter. What are you doing? One ant is the same level as a B rank. If you run in formation, you will be defeated. Stay in formation. We will recover the reputation of the Reapers Guild. Triple AOR. A warning was given, and strategies were being laid out. How am I supposed to fight with these monsters? His title is A rank, but isn't he just an empty shell? Fear was spreading through the ranks. The ants have already arrived on the shore. Do you think we can take on the ants fast? They are already in front of our noses. It was incredible speed. The threats were moving quickly. What eliminated all of these ants just now? I couldn't catch it with my own eyes. What the heck was that? The battle was changing once again. The power in the air was shifting. It took 2 days to clean up the ants. The ants appeared at the Sea of China, too. Sea of China? They've reached mainland China as well? The news was spreading rapidly, a disturbing revelation of the scope of the problem. We won't have time to rest for 2 days. The second colony is coming towards us. Please give us an order to shoot. The urgency in the voice was palpable. No, wait a moment. Since the hero wants to take care of them on his own, a decision was made to give the lead to one individual. There sure are a lot. Rest in peace in the ocean. The statement was delivered with a strange mix of sarcasm and resignation. Bang, bang, bang. Instead of these small fries, if the one that fought with Sung Jin-Woo was still around, then it would have been more exciting. Such a shame. A longing for a greater challenge, a boredom with the current battle. How is it that there's only one connection between Mr. Huang and Sung Jin-Woo? Mr. Huang's older brother, Huang Dong-suk, might have been challenged by Sung Jin-Woo, so I will take revenge. A link was discovered. A motive for conflict was revealed. Is this how it will be summarized? It seems so. Since this happened, it will be more difficult to meet Sung Jin-Woo. I wanted to meet him, but what a shame. A missed opportunity, a goal put on hold. Thomas Andre, Scavenger Guild Master. What are you going to do with this two-sided fight, Laura? Do you still not know me? Mr. Huang is in the Scavenger Guild's possession, and the Scavenger Guild is mine. I will never forgive someone who touches my possessions, even if it is the American government. The words were cold, territorial, and conveyed a sense of impending action. The third night of the Jeju raid, the military and the representative guild of the Yongham district and knights arrived at Jeju to collect the magic stones just in case something might happen. The scene was set. A new group had arrived. There was someone who barely had any luck. That man always did his best to become the best. His dream was to be a gold medalist, training hard just for himself. He endured the strict training, losing weight to lower his weight class. The only thing left was to stand on stage for the Olympics. The history of a man and his aspirations was revealed. He was just about to achieve that. The doping test had no problems. His condition was the best. He didn't have any nightmares the night before either, but because of a sudden awakening, he got caught by the magic meter and couldn't participate in the Olympics. Fate had taken a different turn. Ah, was it your story, Hae-In? That man had to give up his dream, but he started to have a new one. The dream of establishing the best guild in this country. Don't throw away trash here. I knew that you were amazing. Hi, I'm in. See these high-quality magic stones? If we take these with us, we will be the best guild in the country. That's inappropriate, by the way. It's very clean. Don't worry about it, and grab some because I don't feel any magic. Oops, there's one here. Well, don't worry too much. Even if there are a couple more ants, we're here. What's wrong? The dialogue was casual, but something was amiss. Hae-In, gasp, W. Who are you? The only ones on Jeju Island should be the association who gave us the mission and the soldiers. Reveal your identity, Hae-In. Is that a human? Hey, don't shoot. That's not a monster. You are in a restricted area. If you do not follow the orders, we will shoot. A confrontation was occurring. Tensions were high. It's a monster. Snap. Something had happened. What are you doing? We don't need to make a scene. I just made them go to sleep for a bit. Do you want to check? I'm sure that it's his power. That's strange. I don't understand why he's helping humans. Who knows? If you're curious, why don't you ask yourself? It stinks of rotten insects in here. If she saw it, she would have been frightened. The hunt will proceed as planned. Nothing has changed, okay? The situation was being assessed. Oh, and it seems that one was here in Korea. How about taking care of it? Since we're here, we will leave this place in his hands. You could see it that way. You don't want to get involved, right? Think as you please, coward. A decision was made to not engage. Well, I guess we don't need to make a scene. Scavenger, a guild that works all over America, brought in many S-rank hunters, including national-level hunter Thomas Andre, who is one of the highest rankings. Sometimes they are sent to soldiers when a country cannot take care of gates with their own power. Hwang Dong-soo, one of the S-rank hunters, is also a member of this guild. A new force was introduced, setting the stage for future conflicts. After the conclusion of the Jeju Island raid, it was chaos both on and offline. The statement was stark, a clear picture of the world struggling to process the events. Oh wow, I'm speechless. I thought it was common knowledge that you can't summon so many shadows. Sung Jin-Woo Huntin', I saw your summoned creatures fighting, and that cured my 10-year-old discomfort. It was amazing, it was the best. The reactions were pouring in, a mix of shock and admiration, personal stories mixed with praise for a hunter. I lost my parents in Jeju Island 4 years ago. Sung Jin-Woo Huntin', I'm sure you won't read this post, but the message was personal, full of emotion. The Jeju Island raid was my first official appearance as an S-rank hunter. With that kind of power, don't you think that we have our national rank hunter, too? Hope was being expressed, a desire for recognition. No, not even. Don't get too excited yet. A voice of caution, a contrasting perspective. What do you mean, no? A challenging question. He pretty much cleared an S-rank dungeon all by himself, and in the process, really set himself apart from the other S-rankers. A recognition of individual power. But Sung Jin-Woo Hunter doesn't have the body of works yet. If he's really all that, he'll get acknowledged by others soon enough. At any rate, he's damn awesome. A mix of praise and hesitation. However, the criticism that if he had participated in the Jeju raid earlier, a new point was being introduced. Now I think about it, does this mean if Sung Jin-Woo got in the Jeju raid to begin with, Minute Bienji wouldn't have had to pass? He said he wasn't going, so why did he get involved in the middle? Questions were being raised. That he could have minimized the loss of life, which could not be avoided. The words carried weight, a sense of what could have been. Of course, he had his supporters, but few bothered to counter the criticism, because the fact remains that people have passed due to his late participation. A harsh truth, the blame was still being thrown around. I have always believed that it takes more than a single hero to end a war, but since this event, I've come to believe that is not always the case. A shift in perspective, a change in long-held beliefs. Nieces Sarali, so raise your head, Hunter Neen. You merely wrote the last chapter in this book of tragedies. Thank you. Gratitude for what had been done. The 5th Jeju Island raid. 48 S-rank hunters in participation, 727 regular awakened mobilized. Of those, 64 awakened and 32 civilians passed. The numbers were stark, revealing the full scope of the situation. The numbers spoke of a disappointing misadventure that ended in tragedy. But compared to the previous 4 raids, the casualty number was the lowest. A small victory was being recognized. And so, you mean to establish your own guild, Sung Jin-Woo Huntanen? Of course. An S-rank hunter doesn't need a guild master license. You only need to contact the association, and we will take care of the rest, please. I should find out the benefits due to an S-rank hunter. Practicalities were being addressed. Did you, by any chance, put up a barrier or something similar on Jeju Island? There was an incident where people dispatched to clean up the remnants and to retrieve the magic stones all lost their consciousness. There were all A-rankers and some B-rankers, including ones from the Knights Guild. I thought to ask since you may have left a barrier behind and had forgotten about it. A new mystery was presented. No, I set up no such thing. I see, as I had thought. And what did the ones who were dispatched say? None of them can remember a single thing before losing consciousness. We simply cannot even determine whether this was magical in nature or not. The situation was getting more strange. Did the ants set up any traps like that? I missed association chairman. The questions were left unanswered. My men tell me that my next appointment is early, so I must excuse myself. I appreciate you making yourself available to me. A departure was being made. Time was pressing. It's nothing. I should return to, then, a new encounter. Are you Mr. Sung Jin-Woo? Good afternoon, Sung Jin-Woo. Hunter name. I'm Special Agent Adam White, Hunter Management Bureau, United States of America Hunter Management Bureau, and you can call me Adam, please. I want to look for you at your office, but it's very hard to find you. I hope you can understand why I had to track you down at a place like this. An unexpected arrival, an encounter with a new power. He came to the office, too? Now I think about it. That time Jinho said, son, think about a foreigner, maybe it's him. Realization was setting in. I have information I would like to pass to you, and your business with me is informer time. Probably no other country on Earth or an organization has this information, except us, that is. And your reason for passing on such information to me is that we stand to benefit in some way merely by passing information to a certain group of people, that is. I had planned to meet with you by myself, but as the Jeju raid left such a strong impression, our deputy director himself wishes to meet with you in person. Exceptional circumstances, as you must understand the rest. Our deputy director can fill you in. We have a car waiting nearby. Would you like to meet the deputy director in person? A proposal was made, a new offer on the table. I'm not sure if I can trust this information you speak of. I'll consider it and be in touch. A hesitation, a reluctance to engage. I forgot to add in negotiations, you shouldn't hide your trump card. Upgrader. Are you aware there is an awakened who can elevate the abilities of other awakened? A game changer was being revealed. We are here. A statement of arrival, the scene had been set. Nice to meet you. Hunter Management Bureau Deputy Director Michael Connor. Sung Jin-Woo. I'll handle the interpretive task. I'll get straight to the point. Sung Jin-Woo, Hunter name. This is an immigration document for America. Ordinarily, this would be something that takes about 1 to 2 years, but not for Sung Jin-Woo, Hunter name. Of course, say one word and in 1 second you can become a United States citizen. A shocking offer, a tempting proposal. I was under the impression, from what Agent Adams said, that information was the only thing under consideration today. A pointed question. An awakened who can elevate the ability of other awakened. an upgrader, a reveal. Is it truly possible to upgrade the abilities? Actually, that person is already present here. Please have Mrs. Shelna come in. The arrival was marked with anticipation, a new person entering the narrative. The only person in the world who can help other awakeners exceed their limits. She is Mrs. Norma Selna. A significant introduction, a sense of extraordinary potential. She does have a different atmosphere than other awakeners. Mrs. Selna, please explain your ability to Hunter Sung Jin-Woo. A request, a desire to understand this rare talent. You can't believe it, don't you? All the other hunters had your eyes at first, but once you experience it, you'll have no choice but to cling on to it. A confident declaration, tinged with a subtle warning. As you know, all awakeners have a limit. No one can exceed it, so unless you are reawakened, you will never be able to reach a higher rank. It's basic knowledge for a hunter. So, Mrs. Selna, a summary of the status quo. Yes, I have the ability to help others go past that limit. I can raise it by helping them go through 3 stages, but I'm not certain on whether I should call it reawakening them by force or raising their potential. An explanation of the process, a consideration of its implications. What she says is all true, a voice added, confirming the claims. But once she uses her power, she has to rest for a long time. So only a few awakeners can be chosen each year to earn the benefits. I'm one of the few people. A limitation on the power was introduced. Moreover, if it's true, it's an amazing ability. Then came another question. Then how efficient is it? It depends on the person, but once they finish the 3rd stage, they can feel at least 20%, or maybe up to 30% stronger. Concrete figures were provided. 20% to 30%? No way. I understand why Hunter Huang Dongsu decided to move to America, despite all the criticism from the country. Who can refuse? The potential was clear, its draw undeniable. All the other hunters will fall for it too. That's why Mrs. Selna is with us. If this ability leaks to the outside, we take responsibility for her safety and pay her a reasonable amount, and Mrs. Selna helps the hunters we select reach a higher level. Mrs. Selna's ability. This is the gift that we can give to you. A gift to go. Isn't it more like a deal than a gift? If you become a hunter of the United States, we will make sure that you will be the first to earn the benefits. Also, in order to create a deal with the best of conditions, we can make an arrangement with a guild of your choice. There's no need to rush. We came to help you open up the first button for today. The offer was made. A clear path was laid out. What we told you, right? It's a gift. She's right. Do you agree with unlocking your potential without a cost? Just consider this as a service, Mr. Hunter. Didn't she say that I won't be able to let go once I experience it? It must mean that she's confident in her ability. The challenge was set, the temptation strong. Look into my eyes closely. That's the first step. Good. He fell for it. He's been maintaining his calm, but once he goes through the first stage, he will contact us again. No, if he's impatient, he might sign the contract right away. The Jeju Island raid that Rajigadu, the man aiming for national level, failed, was easily cleared by using an unheard-of ability. I wonder where his limit lies. The stakes were high, the opportunity was immense. Then came a sudden shift. Ah, you bastard. What did you do to Mrs. Selna? Stop. An accusation was thrown. Are you guys out of your mind? Don't you know who the person in front of you is? You morons. But Mrs. Selna, if you're worried about Mrs. Selna, just go take care of her. I'm sorry, Mr. Hunter. Our agents were acting impolite. A disturbance had occurred. What's going on? It's fine. If something like this happened in front of Thomas Andre or Luigi Gang, we would all be gone right now. Keep that in mind. Yes. Mrs. Selna, what's wrong? You're sweating profusely? Are you feeling ill? Yes, it seems that Mrs. Selna isn't feeling well today. Can we contact you another time? Adam, escort Hunter Sung Jin-Woo back home. Yes, understood. Mrs. Selna, what happened? Concern was high. New York Lou. Here he is a king, and a very powerful one. A chilling statement. Then does that mean that he is about the same level as the national level hunters? No, I'm not sure. I've never experienced this before. He is a king, but he's different than the others. When I looked into him, he was also looking back at me. It wasn't Hunter Sung Jin-Woo, but rather, it was the endless darkness inside him. It was looking at me, and he does not have a limit. A final, terrifying realization. Sad to think that we lose Minute BMG, you know? The words were tinged with regret. He retired already, so I guess we couldn't count him among the active hunters. It aches my heart to just call it a noble sacrifice and leave it at that. And I expect we'd face greater challenges ahead, And who knows what losses we will take then? A sense of foreboding hung in the air, a recognition of the dangers to come. What? A sharp exclamation, cutting through the somber mood. A B-ranked gate has popped up in the middle of a road. The news was delivered with a hint of disbelief. A B-ranked gate isn't something that an ordinary attack team can handle. I'll get in touch with a major guild right away. A quick, practical response. Wait, that location is, didn't Hunter Sung Jin-Woo say that he set up his guild office near there? A new perspective, a detail that made the situation more intriguing. She definitely saw something. But what? A trace of the system? What made her so afraid? Her eyes were filled with fear, and I don't think she'll agree to meet with me again. An unsettling observation, a sense of something lurking beneath the surface. And what's with this traffic jam? Nano whale, that's why I prefer the subway. A moment of everyday frustration amidst the extraordinary. Gusby, Eureka! A single word shouted out. Hunting him, this is Gogun, yes? How may I help you? Really? A gate in the middle of a road? I knew it. I thought the traffic was really backed up. A familiar voice, a call to action. The gate has been evaluated as a B rank. Can you handle that for us? A direct question, a request for assistance. You mean without a raid permit? The question was teasing, laced with sarcasm. Ha, huntin' in. Who do you think issues the raid permits? Well, the Hunters Association, of course, and who am I? The Hunters Association chairman. Ha, so you needn't worry. A sense of amusement was spreading. Well then, thanks for the me. Thank you. A hurried response. What you are watching right now is a gate that has appeared on the Western Coastal Highway. Everyone, please follow our directions. Hey you. Stop. You can't just come in here. A warning was being given, control was being asserted. Uh-oh. S rank of Sung Jin-Woo? It's Sung Jin-Woo. A shocked realization, a name that held weight. Sung Jin-Woo is here to take care of it personally. The news spread quickly, an authority was present. How did you know to come here? You might be an S rank, but we can't allow actions that flaunt the regulations. Do you have the raid permit? And even if you do have the raid permit, you can't enter unless you have the minimum number of raid members. Rules were being emphasized. This is different from what he told me. Yeah, I've arrived at the incident location, and there seems to be a slight problem here. Take this call, yes. A shift in attention, a call being placed. You mean me? Who is it? Questions were being asked. Another rule breaker, who I'm sure you wouldn't like. This is the association chairman. Yes. Of course, it'll be as you said then. I'm going in. A challenge accepted, a path being cleared. Damn it. I hope you trip and sprain your ankle. A curse spoken in frustration. What the? The exclamation was full of shock. The G gate, the gate's changing color. A red gate. The fear was spreading. Oh no. Is it because I hoped that he'd get hurt? The thought was filled with apprehension. However I see it, this feels like a red gate. The exit's been blocked. I might have to try hard for this one. The tone had shifted. A new challenge was emerging. Try hard. Huh? 1%. Your mom wants you to do what you want. You can't help that you became an awakened. Plus, as an S rank, you're in position to save many lives, like your dad used to, before he became a hunter. He was a firefighter, And I fell in love with his desire to save people and married him. And we can't help that his blood runs true in you. But don't try too hard. You got that? A familiar voice cut through the tension, words of love and encouragement. But I'm fortunate that my mum didn't oppose me continuing as a hunter anyway. I can hardly call this trying too hard. I'll wrap it up in a day. A mix of gratitude and determination. A clear vision of what needed to be done. A hunter is born to hunt. A hunter's foe isn't limited to monsters. A hunter must take care not to become the hunted. The situation can always reverse, and it's the mark of the first-rate hunter to avoid becoming complacent. Thoughts were being shared. Philosophies of a hunter were being laid out. Whether you hunt tens or even hundreds of monsters, you must hunt ceaselessly, as that unknown presence does too. Let's move on to the next target. I have no plan to stop my hunt, in working tirelessly to respond to your enthusiasm and support. 2 years have now passed before we realized it. A journey of growth was hinted at. The narrative ended there, leaving the listener to ponder what the coming years will bring to this individual. The air crackled with tension, a silent hum that vibrated through the space. Haha you. The taunt hung in the air, laced with an arrogance that was almost palpable. A sharp retort followed. What are you? He's not one either. There was an undercurrent of suspicion, a prickling sense of unease. But they are hiding cleverly, a voice conceded, a note of grudging respect coloring the words. The fragments of brilliant light. The statement trailed off, as if the speaker was lost in thought, or perhaps contemplating a weighty secret. The arrival of another character shifted the atmosphere. Yogiment, what are you doing here? The question was direct, tinged with a hint of impatience. I'm here to deliver information, Yogiment replied, their tone crisp and businesslike, about the territory in the east. A scoff broke the solemnity. If you mean the small territory in the east, it's where the Shadow Monarch ones. The voice trailed off, pregnant with unspoken implications. Didn't you say you take care of that place? The challenge was evident, layered with thinly veiled distrust. It seems like the rulers are going to release Legia south of there. The information was delivered with a calm that belied its potential for chaos. I'll take that place then. The Shadow Moniker moves, there won't be a problem. A decisive voice interjected, confident in their abilities, as long as the architect fulfills its role. A cautionary note was added, a reminder of the intricate web of dependencies at play. One more thing, Yogiment continued, their tone suddenly shifting, there's some interesting news. It's been confirmed that the greatest fragment of brilliant light is there, Kukak. Interesting, Kukak replied, their voice laced with amusement. To come here to tell me that. What will you do about it? If you're willing to yield that to me, then by all means, but more importantly, Yogiment paused, a shadow of worry clouding their face. It looks like we were lured here. A guy like that couldn't possibly have a fragment of brilliant light. The statement was dismissive, a clear indication of their underestimation. Step, step. The sound of approaching footsteps echoed through the stillness, adding to the building's suspense. I wondered why he left a trace. He plans to get in our way, the voice said, a note of grudging respect seeping into the words. The small territory in the east, a different voice mused. Are you referring to Korea? Why is it of any interest to you? The question was sharp, the speaker's eyes narrowed with suspicion. Monica Frost, the voice stated, a name that seemed to hang heavy in the air. I don't think you have time to play with that man, Monica snapped, her voice tight with urgency. Try to stop us if you can. I won't let you escape. The challenge was issued, a gauntlet thrown down. Moments stretched into an eternity. Then, a voice cut through the quiet. Is it you? The bastard who's been taking down my brothers? The words were heavy with vengeance. I must say impressive, to not only reach this place with that short stature of yours, but to also know our language, the taunt continued, dripping with sarcasm. However, this is the end. Our comrades are already lying in wait. Come out. The command echoed through the space, a prelude to an impending confrontation. That's funny. Come out. The mocking tone was laced with disbelief. Looks like there's nobody left. What is this? The voice was filled with confusion and dread. The air crackled with sudden violence. You bastard. The words were snarled, filled with raw, unfiltered rage. Don't mess with me, another voice echoed, full of grim determination. Tusk is using the skill King of Giants, a detached voice declared, as if narrating a brutal display. Tusk is using the skill Reverse Gravity. Answer my questions, a new voice ordered, their tone cold and calculated. It'll be less painful for you if you do. I didn't learn anything this time either, another voice lamented, frustration thick in the air. The system is definitely interfering. Vinny anyways, it should be fine. I learn everything with time. The key from the cursed random box. The voice was tinged with excitement. I reached level 100 during the Jeju Island raid and met its requirements. You have leveled up. Name, Sung Jin-Woo LV 100. The key's information will be partially revealed, the voice announced. Name, Cotton on Temple Key. Difficulty level item type, Key. This key allows the user to enter the Cotton on Temple. This key can be used on the appropriate gate. The gate's location will be revealed after a predetermined amount of time. Time remaining 417 hours, 06 minutes 52 seconds. The key to the Cotton on Temple, the voice said. I couldn't forget the Cotton on Temple, even when I tried Double Dungeon. The system is calling out to me again, the voice mused, to where it all began. Things have changed. If this was planned from the beginning, if it was waiting for me to return there, in that case, wait for me. The words were laced with determination, the promise of a reckoning hanging heavy in the air. The glow of a screen illuminated a figure hunched over a keyboard. These damn trolls. The words were a low growl of frustration. A sharp click-clack echoed as fingers flew across the keys. I won't forgive anyone who slanders young men. Click. Crying after you get sued won't help you. The declarations were a digital gauntlet thrown down. Phew, told her, another one. A voice noted with grim satisfaction. I dealt with another group, slandering young men. The words conveyed a quiet dedication, a personal war against online negativity. Hi young men. A friendly greeting cut through the digital tension. You've been working hard. He just comes and goes without a sound. A hint of curiosity colored the observation. No young man. But why do you look like that? A concerned question was asked. Did anything happen? I just got out of a gate. Aren't these greater magic cause? You said we needed some money to establish the guild, right? The reply was practical, shifting the conversation's direction. Did you clear a high-rank gate? I'll ace the question. You're incredible, young man. With this, we won't have to worry about paying the employees' salary. Relief and success were tangible. Employees? A confused query arose. Don't you remember? We need one more founding member. We need 3 guild members, right? Guild master, vice guild master, and a 3rd member. Even if it's just to fill the quota, someone diligent would be nice. It's not like we'll only see this person once or twice. Anyways, is that all? A pragmatic voice pushed forward. There's one more urgent matter to take care of, another voice added. Have you decided on a guild name? I thought it was important. It's a very, very, very crucial matter, Hae-In. How about some your guild after our last names? That doesn't sound right, though. Your Sun Guild would be okay too, but I wouldn't dare have my name come before yours. A mix of humor and respect was present. Maybe we could be the Wuho Guild, after the last characters in our names? And Jin Guild using the middle characters doesn't sound bad either. How about Solo Play Guild then? Solo Play is a contraction of solo player, huh? Our guild is based on hunting solo anyways. Was that supposed to be funny? I guess there's something Him is bad at too. He is human after all. Who is it? A new voice, tinged with urgency, interrupted the discussion. Is this Hunter Sung Jin-Woo's guild office? Cricket is, but who? A confused reply hung in the air. Hunter Hae-In. The newcomer declared with formality. Why you here? A sharp, suspicious question was asked. Hunter that I wanted to join your guild, came the direct answer. Could you clarify? Like I said, slip your guild, I want to join it. The statement was repeated, firm and unwavering. What's going on? A concerned voice inquired. Did the association chairman ask you to by any chance? Why would he? Or did Hunter Troy jump in, kick you out of his guild? No, then what is it? Why would you want to join our Solo Play Guild? The questions demanded answers. The guild name is Solo Play. It's the name device Guild Master and I agreed on. Is there a problem, Hae-In? What do you mean Solo Play Guild? Don't tell me it's already been decided. What about my suggestions? You didn't say anything, so I thought you agreed no? Let's calm down for now. My judgment's being clouded because this situation is confusing me, baby. But her heartbeat, breathing, and expression. She's trying to act calm, but she can't fool me. Suspicion hung in the air. Why would she be doing all this to join our Solo Play Guild? Hunter Cha, it hasn't even been 2 years since your awakening. Aren't you still under contract with the Hunters? I have the money to pay the contract breach penalty. She's even willing to pay the penalty to join us. Our girl doesn't have the resources to properly compensate a hunter of your caliber. No, that doesn't matter, the hunter insisted. I don't need the signing bonus either. Why are you going to such lengths to join our guild? There's nothing for you to gain here. How can you explain? The questions were insistent, pushing for clarity. No, the hunter hesitated. He'd call me crazy even if I did. At first it was just, he doesn't have a foul scent. Are you really a hunter? Is there a problem drawn by his scent grab? What's the matter, Hunter Cha? Why are you calling at this hour? Could you look into a person named Sung Jin-Woo on the mining team? It started out of curiosity. No matter how you look at it, isn't he a top-tier combat-type hunter? This is Hunter Sung Jin-Woo's power, but he can also use summoning magic. You saying he can summon how many minions? He ruined Lee Minute Sung's press conference. There are so many negative comments. As I thought that person was an S rank, in reality he's not even a bad person. I need to focus. The Jeju Island raid is coming up, even when I tell myself not to worry about it, even when I think I don't have the time to. He was the only light in this dark world. I was afraid, and even thought I might die. But, Hunter Cha, have you come to your senses? We are in a helicopter. We've landed at the Hunters Association, and we are planning to move you to the hospital soon. Ah, did Hunter Sung Jin-Woo come? As I thought, it wasn't a dream. I really almost departed this time. No, or did I really pass away? If in the event that there's a situation where I can't avoid death, what should I do? I can't say it. How do I tell him? I hope you'll be by my side until the end. What is she planning? Is there something she can't tell me? Why can't she answer me? Seeing her blush, I can tell she's hiding something. I don't know what she's hiding, but she might have planned this a long time ago. Will you not answer me comfortably? I want to live comfortably. Am I not allowed to? And no, that's not it. Youngin, imagine how hard Hunters must have pushed her to say that. Hunter Cha is only 22 or 23 years old. The burden of being an S-rank hunter must feel heavy, and she was in rough shape after the Jeju Island raid. I empathize with her situation, but there's actually an entrance test for our guild? Huh? That wasn't in the recruiting notice, it's a new policy. So our vice guild master must have made a mistake. Why yes, Jin-Ho, go down and buy some drinks and snacks for our guest. What kind of test is it? Is this a sincerity or just pride? It's to be the summoning of my choosing. Hunter Sung Jin-Woo, is your evaluation of me that low? Which summon is it for you? Hunter Cha, I will pick the strongest. Which summon is it for you? Hunter Cha, I will pick the strongest. Good. The challenge hung in the air, a gauntlet thrown down with an undercurrent of anticipation. When's the test? Came the straightforward question. Let's do it now. The reply was immediate, a sense of urgency driving the interaction. How about we have it at the association's gymnasium? Now that I think about it, it's pretty far from here. Should I test out whether two people can move using the shadow exchange skill? A thoughtful voice pondered the logistics, then proposed a solution. Shadow exchange LV1, job-specific skill, no mana cost. You may change locations with a shadow soldier skill. Cooldown is 3 hours. Cooldown is dependent on skill level. The details of the skill were laid bare. You don't have to leave that way. Huh, there's an easier way to get there. We'll have to stick together though. Is that okay? Shadow exchange. The air shimmered, a brief distortion of space, before settling back into place. You two, you should have something to eat while you talk. A quick punch, grab, chomp. We are here, I ain't sure how. Bewilderment laced the words. As I thought, I was right. The shadow exchange still works like a gate. The fact that I can move someone with it is proof of that. My location becomes the entrance while my target coordinates become the exit. Of course, the target coordinates are the shadow soldier's location. The cooldown might be 3 hours, but to think that I can create a gate using a skill. With this, I could go anywhere in the world if I wanted to. The revelation was met with quiet awe, a new understanding of the skill's potential. Let's begin now. That I think about it, I left my weapon at that pickaxe. No, my weapon is... I'm just joking, and there should be a decent weapon to borrow in the storage, it's okay. A touch of humor was present, easing the tension. There are spare weapons here, since it's a gym for hunters. They aren't great, but they are suitable for sparring. I'm ready. Will you be okay with that? It's not your usual sword, so it might not suit you. It doesn't matter what weapon I use, came the unwavering response. It's not like monsters fight on our terms either. She's right. If I had to guess, a normal shadow soldier would get torn apart in seconds. I guess he's the best swordsman among my soldiers. The speaker acknowledged the truth, a note of respect for the challenger. How do we decide the match? You'll fight until my summon is destroyed, or until Hunter Ca surrenders. I told Hunter Cha I'd use my strongest summon, but a fighting bearer would be traumatic. Then should we get started? Wait, she said weapons don't matter. Could you turn around for a moment? Okay. The request was met with compliance. Okay, use this now, let's begin. Item: Demon King's Longsword, rank S-type longsword, attack plus 350. This longsword possesses the strength of the Demon King Baron. Each swing of this sword activates Storm of White Lightning. Effect: Storm of white lightning summons a storm of endless lightning within the designated area. The air crackled, a surge of energy building around the weapon. As I thought, if she's fast, a normal person would have departed, even if he just grazed them. The realization was tinged with concern. Fudge, there shouldn't be any gym reservations today. But yes, Mr. President, could you direct the gymnasium camera feed into my room? Yes, sir. A separate conversation played out, a subtle intrusion of authority. When did these two? Did Hunter Sung Jin-Woo come? I see. I didn't realize. I'm sorry, but could you turn off all the cameras in the gymnasium? Huh. But just make a note that there was an inspection today. Yes, Mr. President. As expected, it's good to be young. The sound of clashing steel filled the air, a fierce battle unfolding. Was that Black Knight really your strongest summon? Didn't you say that you'd call out your strongest summon? Please summon him, you might get hurt. You knew I saw it in person, and I also saw the videos, Baru. A mixture of concern and anticipation permeated the questions. I'll ask you again, will you really be okay? The challenge was laid bare, the stakes clear. Sung Jin-Woo SSI fought against this. The statement was quiet, a stark acknowledgement of the power about to be unleashed. Put those away. I won't let you go if she gets hurt. The command was firm, protective, an immediate demand for caution. Yes, my liege, came the submissive reply. Shink, an opening, and now's my chance. A flash of movement, a calculated risk, and a surge of adrenaline. This the same as last time? The voice was laced with a hint of doubt, a flicker of unease. You think I'll fall for the same move twice? A taunt, a challenge, a sign of growing confidence. My liege only has one command. Team defeat the enemy without hurting her, make her lose her fighting spirit by demonstrating an overwhelming difference in power. It's a simple task. The instructions were precise, clear parameters set for the coming engagement. Not yet. A whispered warning, a sense of something still to come. That's ridiculous. Dodging all my attacks at this distance, without even moving his feet. Disbelief edged the words, a realization of the sheer skill on display. TA. Looks like the winner has been decided. The observation was calm, almost clinical. Are you satisfied? Not yet? I can keep going. The response was defiant, tinged with recklessness. What is she thinking? I didn't think she'd be reckless enough to keep fighting after realizing the power difference. Baru is different from the other shadow soldiers. Even with his intellect, his innate nature is to be a murder weapon. Right now, I can feel him suppressing his overwhelming intent. If she's aiming for something, I hope it's not poor judgment on her part. Concern and caution were evident. 071. You dare have an instinctive warning. Living organisms can recognize whether they are predators or prey at a single glance. Prey-resisting predators is unacceptable. The words were cold, a chillingly detached assessment. Slide, a sudden movement, a shifting of position, and then, skill, saw dance. I only have one chance, I don't have enough manner, so I can only use this once, but that's enough. Skill, blood of light. A desperate gamble, a last resort. No. A single word, a moment of dawning realization. A simple command surfaced from Baru's consciousness, the command received from his queen when he was born. The forgotten command resurfacing. His natural instinct could not be ignored. Exterminate the enemy. This woman is my enemy. Stop. A command, filled with urgency. I ordered you to stop. Are you okay? Yes, my liege. Have mercy. The words were hesitant, a plea for understanding. Why are you overdoing it? A question was laced with disbelief, tinged with frustration. There's no need to go so far to join our guild. It was only a test, an entrance test for a nameless guild. It's not worth someone like you risking your life for, so why are you going so far? Are you just going to stand there quietly again? What could it be? Perhaps you're interested in me? Huh, that's not it either. What on earth is she thinking? Confusion and curiosity swirled, a desire to understand the motivations behind the strange persistence. Yes, I think so. A simple statement, a final word, and a lingering mystery. United States Hunter Bureau. The words were clipped, formal, setting the stage for a serious discussion. I have no excuse. I didn't call you here for an apology. Tell me what happened. The directive was clear. A demand for information, not excuses. Tap. According to Lady Selma's observations, Hunter Sung Jin-Woo is one of the kings. A statement, carefully phrased, laden with unspoken implications. What? Lady Selma? Then are you saying that Hunter Sung Jin-Woo has the power of a national-level hunter? The question was incredulous, struggling to grasp the enormity of the claim. I think I'll need to clarify. The Awakened draw their power from the other side. I can sense that connection they have with the other side. Sometimes the power from the other side is so strong that the Awakened look like they are covered in a brilliant light. I call those people kings, but for him, tremble. There was no such connection. When I looked in his eyes, the darkness inside him stared back, tremble. He was darkness itself, tremble, darkness. The description was chilling, a stark contrast to the usual understanding of awakened power. Are you saying that Sung Jin-Woo is evil? The question was direct, born of concern. I'm not debating whether Hunter Sung Jin-Woo is good or evil. I'm only talking about where his power comes from. Hunter Sung Jin-Woo, he doesn't borrow his power from somewhere, because his power doesn't come from the other side and instead from within. He doesn't have any limitations. That means there's no limit to his power. The explanation was unsettling, hinting at an unprecedented potential. Noted, Lady Selna. Thank you. The response was formal, an acknowledgement of the information. Director, where are you going? I'm going to floor B24. Follow me. The direction was sharp, a sense of purpose underlying the words. If we can't use Lady Selno's powers, we'll have to win him over some other way. Do you remember the first S-rank gate? Of course, the terrible dungeon break that caused the destruction of the western part of the U.S.? How could I forget? Of the world's best hunters that the U.S. gathered by offering a huge reward, only 5 survived. The U.S. gave these 5 the authority equaling that of a nation. That was the beginning of the nation-level hunters. The inextinguishable flame, the dragon Kamish. A recollection, a reminder of past events and the immense power they represented. A single beast massacred countless top-class hunters. Would you believe it, if I told you that horror left behind a small gift? I do. You don't mean his look? A sense of mystery filled the air. This rhinestone was found in Kamish's corpse. It has been around 8 years since the Kamish raid. There were no mages amongst the national-level hunters, and so, this rune has been waiting for its rightful owner. In this basement, Kamish will once again give this beautiful country a valuable gift. A revelation, a hint at something powerful hidden within the depths. I'm definitely taller and in better shape after reawakening, but am I that handsome? I should be pretty average. Is it because of Will of Rehabilitate, which restores all damaged body parts? All my blemishes are gone because of this buff, sis. A moment of introspection, a hint of vanity mixed with surprise. How do I look to you, HM? Cool? What about it? Like how I look as a man. Where did you get that unfounded confidence? What to me? You look like a bum. The response was blunt, a playful teasing. Yeah, thanks a lot for that, object. I've answered hey, you'll break your leg. The tone was light, a playful back and forth. Did you forget that I have an S-rank body? Do you even use your brain? SFX Max 5. What? I'm at the top of my class. Teeth, that was just on the mock exams, oh right? A touch of embarrassment crept into the voice. I'm thinking about creating a guild. Oh. Are people going to call you boss now, if it goes well? What do you think about solo play as guild name? What are you kidding? Why would you name your guild something like that? Why is it weird? Your ability is summoning those shadow soldiers. Technically, you're not solo. You have a point. Then, what should I call it? How about Arjun Guild? I'm meaning Jin meaning to go forward, Arjun. It's my name backwards. How about it? Isn't it nice? It's not bad. What? What do you mean? A question laced with confusion. I think so. What do you mean, I think so? A hesitant tone, a sense of uncertainty. Kicks. I basically confess then. Aren't there better ways than joining the guild? Wah, he's going to think I'm a crazy woman. He even saved my life. Of course I'd be interested, right? Yeah. So it's okay? It's not okay. Wriggle. It's really not okay. Well, technically, I'm alive because of Min Byung-gu's healing ability. The inner struggle was evident, a mixture of embarrassment and hidden feelings. Issy, please tell him. Please tell him he needs to. Please tell him he needs to be careful. Tell Hunter Sung Jin-Woo. Please tell him he needs to be careful with his own power. A request, a desperate plea. Back then, I saw Hunter Min Byung-gu. The words hinted at a past experience, a lingering concern for someone's well-being. Hyunjin, about the gate that spawned yesterday, they are saying it'll be hard to give us permission. The association's measurements came back pretty high. The conversation began with a note of concern, a hurdle to overcome. Is it an S-rank gate? A direct question cut through the initial unease. No, but they said it's the highest measurement for an A-rank gate. The response was laced with a hint of frustration. Well, that's a pain in the ass. We could all be in danger in there if we aren't careful. We could give it up if it were an S-rank, but the situation is more complicated because it's an A-rank. Rumors would spread about how we, one of the top 5 guilds, can't even clear an A-rank. The words conveyed a mixture of frustration and strategic calculation. The problem is that ordinary people think that gates with the same rank are all identical. If we give up on this gate, the guys from Fame will definitely claim it. Are you saying that we'll surrender the gate that spawned in our own front yard to that group, Dongwook? I'm just saying, Kyungmin, in terms of quantity and quality, our guild's A-rank hunters are the same as those of the other major guilds. It's just that one S-ranker missing. That one person makes a huge difference. We could also enter with another guild. If we say we want to cooperate because we are uncertain about clearing it ourselves. The assessment was blunt, highlighting their weaknesses. Won't the other guild sense the danger and pull back? If it's hard to bring an entire guild, then how about one person? Jang Yurim, how can a single person help when we are going into the most difficult of A-rank gates? Doubts were raised, skepticism evident. You know who, right? Yes. You mean Hunter Sung Jin-Woo? An understanding passed between the speakers. It would be a liability to ally with a different guild, but working with him might bring us some recognition instead. On top of that, our chances of safely completing this difficult raid will increase. The logic was clear, a strategic alliance to overcome their limitations. What is Hunter Sung Jin-Woo doing these days? Aside from when he cleared a gate that spawned on a road recently, there hasn't been any news. Should I try to get his contact information? A question was posed, considering the next course of action. Yamin, no, put away your phone. Do you think it's proper to handle such an important matter with a single phone call? Let's pay him a visit. The tone was decisive, a preference for personal interaction. Good girl, how about our June guild? Oh, it's great, youngin. Let's use that for our guild name. Anything but solo play, then. The guild name has been decided. The only thing left is getting another founding member. Right. What happened with Hunter Hae-In yesterday? I don't think Hunter Cha will work. She's not the person I want. She's an S-rank, young, accomplished, and beautiful as well. Will there be another applicant better than Hunter Cha? What kind of person do you want then? Someone with a hunter license who has no interest in guild activity and is trustworthy. The criteria was laid out, a specific kind of candidate in mind. There are a few people who come to mind. Knock knock. Who is it? Crickets, not Hunter Ch again. Is it? Hello? I am Park Johnson, Guild Master of the Knights Guild. The introduction was formal, an unexpected visit. Oh, look at that. Are you recording? Wow, is that for real? Bewilderment was present. Why is that gate so big? The physical size of a gate and its rank don't always match, however. They say that an immense amount of mana is flowing out of that gate. It is narrowly within an A-rank's measuring limit. Was it determined to be S-rank? Busan is Korea's second most populated city. It's the largest gate to ever spawn in Busan. Should I meet up with Juhue and get some sushi? You should have read it in the article, but the association is trying to deny us entry. From their point of view, it's difficult to trust our guild because we don't have any S-rank hunters. So, if you agree to join our attack force, we'll be able to take care of this raid. An explanation was given, highlighting the challenges they faced. Will he give me his autograph if I ask? You will be well compensated. Normally, S-rank hunters get around 10% of the profits from a raid, but we will give you 20% from this dungeon. Let's do 50-50th. Huh? I will cooperate if you treat me as a guild and not an individual. We've just established the Arjun Guild. The offer was made, a proposition laced with ambition. Then how about 40-60th? I am not trying to negotiate with the Knights Guild. The terms were laid out, a clear stance taken. This guy, he looks young, but he's not normal. Very well, then would you take care of the boss-level monsters? I understand. It's been almost a week since the gate was discovered, so we will need to start the raid tomorrow. Let's head down together in our car. No, I will meet you tomorrow. I have business to take care of tonight regardless. I won't be late. The response was firm, a rejection of the offer to travel together. Sure, did his shadow just move you in tie? Have you been drinking BZZT? Who is it? Oh, excuse me, I'm taking this call. Sure, ABC. This is Sung Jin-Woo, Mom. Did you buy a cell phone? Yeah. I called as soon as I got the phone because I wanted to hear your voice. Not at all. I hope I didn't interrupt anything. It was Mom, really? What was I expecting? Hey, Mom, let's have dinner together tonight. 7. Okay. Sounds good to me. The next day, Guanali Busan. Oh, we should have made him come with us yesterday. He's not going to be late, right? Damn it, we are starting in 5 minutes. A series of events unfolded, both comical and serious, in rapid succession. The weather's bad. I wonder if Gina brought her umbrella. Mess, I should get going, to shadow exchange. Isn't this free labor? Why is the art teacher having us do his job? I know, right? How many plaster figures do we need to bring? There are 6 groups, so probably 6, Matilda. Even if we each take one. We'll have to make a second trip, then you can take 4. Oh, it's dusty. When's the last time this place was cleaned? It probably hasn't been used all semester, huh? Isn't this a gate? Why are you so scared? Closed gates like this are completely safe. Only hunters can go in, but nothing inside can come out. It'll take about a week for the gate to open. Didn't you say this room was left unattended for the entire semester? It's just being found now. Crack, arc, slap, June Suk, squish, squish H, help me, squish please. June Sok. Panic rose with unexpected events. They are naturally gifted hunters, a voice observed, a note of grudging respect in the tone. Even if they are lacking in intelligence, they far exceed humans when it comes to tracking and hunting. The hunters were greatly excited by the smell of flesh and blood. The voice continued, painting a vivid image. Sniff, but they were just scouts, so they suppressed their instinct and prioritized their mission. These hunters hid in the darkness for a week. The sixth sense alerted them even before they searched for their prey. This place is full of prey, a different voice declared, up there, above there too. This building is as complex as a castle. I will start hunting first. You call for our brothers. We'll massacre all the humans in this castle and fortify our position. Then we start hunting for real. Bang first. We'll completely clear this place out. The words conveyed a sense of savage determination, a plan of action laid bare. I bought this for you, Matilda, thanks, a voice said, followed by a thud and a whoosh. It's bigger in person. That's the collection team. On the other side is the mining team, and then the assault team. 13 A ranks and 20 B ranks. They have this many A rank hunters as expected of the guild with the most A ranks. And the Juju raid was really amazing. How do you summon those black soldiers? No, are they even summons in the first place? The voices buzzed with speculation and awe. Mr. Sung Jin-Woo, you're taking the lead in today's raid, right? A question, a bid for clarification. Hey soon. Why you making Hunter Sun feel awkward? A voice interjected. My name is John Urin, and I'm the main healer of the Knights Guild Assault team. If anything, shouldn't the raid leader and the main healer be on the same page? You haven't explained yet. Well, I can do it now. Park Johnson will be the leader of this raid. A declaration of authority, a clear statement of leadership. You again, Guild Master? A voice questioned. But we have Hunter Sung Jin-Woo side. That's a bit. Hunter Sung Jin-Woo will be in charge of the rear and make sure that we are safe. Are we so weak that we need someone else's protection? Do the elite members of the Knights Guild look that weak to you, Mr. Sung Jin-Woo? A challenge laced with pride, a hint of defiance. Is that right? Hyung's Nunez Kayak Ha youngest. Our members are quite gutsy. Don't you think it might have been a bit rude, but we usually have this kind of atmosphere. It just means that they are that confident. We should get going, hey. Now it's time. The raid is starting. The voices moved with a sense of purpose. The time for action had arrived. Yes, this is the Hunters Association Emergency Call Center. Is this the Hunters Association? Yes, that is correct. Please go on. Here right now, pick. It's our school. There are monsters outside. A panicked voice broke through the calm. A cry for help. Outside, a dungeon break. Where are you calling from? The sign says occupied. I'm hiding in the bathroom. I was with my friend, but my friend, tremble. How many monsters are there? Are they nearby? No, I don't know. I hear too many screams, other. Am I going to depart? The desperate please sent chills through the air. Please calm down and listen to me. Hunters are heading there right now. Our hunters will never abandon you, students. So you need to stay calm until the end. Do you understand? Really? Then I will live. Those monsters. Do you know what kind of creatures they are? Yes, I know. I saw them on TV. What was it? Or what were they called? Please describe them. What kind of monster? What do they look like? Their bodies are human-like, but their faces are ugly. They were green. They have green skin. It can't be walk? Are they orcs? The frantic description was given, the pieces of a puzzle starting to come together. Yes, that's what it was. Orcathad, no. Get away from there quick. Orcs can smell. Save me. I don't want to depart. Save me, please save me. The voice cracked with fear, an understanding of the danger now evident. My friends are still inside. The hunters will take care of it. Let's hurry and run. Drip, drip. To think that we lost half our prey. It's okay. There are still many left. We blocked their escape path. We'll go up another floor and eliminate them all. The voices were sharp, a brutal efficiency evident in their plans. You boom, yeah. Big crumble, eh? Yeah. Scramble. The sounds of chaos began, a brutal hunt underway. Boss, there is a human here with magic energy. Eliminate her first. The order was given, a dangerous turn of events revealed. Appa. You can't. I'm awakened too, even though I'm only earache. I said you can't. Is it that human? The voice was sharp, laced with defiance and an undercurrent of panic. No, there is a greater magic energy source beside her. It's that woman, another voice replied, a hint of apprehension in the tone. Depart. Peacosh. The command was abrupt, almost desperate, followed by a nervous tremor. Sprinkle. You have entered the dungeon, an ogre, a twin-headed ogre. Everyone be careful. GLA, Gua, Pin, Clan, Scrape. A warning echoed through the space, the sound of a monstrous presence. Yes, Yuntaikling. I'm going in first. Skeeta. A determined voice declared, a headlong rush into the fray. Nunas Kyungs, you can deal damage now. / run Gua. A chaotic flurry of sounds, the rush of battle. Buzzire. Let's regroup here before we move on. This is bad. A voice called out, acknowledging the dangers ahead. As expected, this raid won't be easy, a twin-headed ogre from the start. Do you know what twin-headed ogres are known as? Gravekeepers, correct? It's no problem when it's the boss, but if it appears at the entrance, the dungeon will consist of the undead. You should have watched your words. You jinxed it, young. What should we do? Should we keep going? The questions were laced with concern, a sense of dread beginning to settle. Flinch. What's going on? Aren't they acting weird? Why are they backing off? Don't they usually attack on sight? Don't they look like they are being chased by something? The voices were confused, a sense of unease growing with the bizarre behavior of the creatures. I had high expectations because they said it was the hardest A-ranked dungeon. The voice said, disappointment evident. This feeling, it can't be. I have to leave. There's an urgent matter I need to take care of. The declaration was abrupt, a sudden departure from the group's objective. Huh? What are you saying? It could be dangerous for us without you here, Hunter-san. The protest was immediate, filled with concern. Don't you understand? How about this? So I'll call on someone you can trust just as much as me. Shahil, take care of things from here. The explanation was quick, a substitution made. Are you? That can't be. Hunter-san. Isn't that one of the ants from Juju Island? A voice exclaimed in disbelief, the familiar presence causing a stir. Since you recognize him, I guess there's no need to explain. He'll take my place from here. Protect the humans, and what about the non-humans? Do as you please. Don't get in my way. Third step. What's going on? Is it because I'm a higher-class necromancer than what controls the undead? A series of commands, the implications left hanging in the air. Pounce chi sail. Whoosh. Wow, over there. It's Sung Jin-Woo. A voice exclaimed in awe, a shift in focus towards the unexpected appearance. To my sister, full speed. Skill, domain of the monarch, LV1 class-specific skill. No mana cost. Shadow soldiers fighting in the monarch's shadow will have their stats increased by 50%. The announcement was clear, a surge of power unleashed. To my sister, full speed. The command was swift, a surge of energy palpable. Kia. The sounds of chaos began. Clinch, crunch, ka. Boon. The sounds of a battle unfolding. Did those monsters save us? They are protecting us. A voice questioned in disbelief, the scene before them defying logic. Did Appa come? Appa slide. A voice called out, a sense of hope laced with familiarity. Thud, thud, crack, bang. The sounds of a brutal confrontation filled the air. The final restraints have been lifted, a voice declared. A sense of liberation mixed with menace. I'm Jiraitaru, chief of the Red Blade tribe. Nothing can stop me now, Jiraitaru. The declaration was filled with arrogance, a display of unyielding confidence. The High Orc warriors are helping the humans? High Orcs, how many? 3? To think that the great Orc warriors can't take care of 3 High Orcs, pathetic. Lead the way, it's time for slaughter. Scuttle kick screech, I want out. The words were filled with contempt, a clear disdain for their opposition. If those monsters see us as enemies at any point, young, we can't stop the raid here. If we do, there will be no way to deal with the reporters outside. Yeah, we can't stop just because we're afraid of some summons. Let's keep going. The logic was straightforward. The need to maintain momentum was paramount. Wow, Belle, let's go. Should we go? A hesitant voice asked, the bravery tested. Smile, whoosh, pachuka, AK, thud. The sound of battle echoing through the space. Guild Master, should we follow those monsters? Hyung, are you okay? I'm okay. I'm okay. First, take a look at this. Isn't this the head of the Death Knight? It eliminated the highest-ranked monster in an instant. To think that they are this strong. Hey, you guys know how valuable magic caused from high-ranked monsters are, right? Anyone still want to quit? Guild Master, what are you doing? Hurry up, you're falling behind. Young, how long are you going to stay there? Oh, these guys. The voices were filled with a mix of awe, fear, and resolve. Guruktaru, Juruktaru. Juruktaru and ox tattoos are symbols of victory. They approve of how many enemies I've eliminated until now. You should have taken down quite a few. But is that all? Keep me entertained. The demand was arrogant, the desire for a challenge palpable. High Orc warriors, Whoosh clan. Not bad, blocking my sword, tremble, but you have no chance. The taunt was cutting, a display of unwavering confidence. Is that a spell? No matter how much I cut through them, nothing changes. I can eliminate them a 100 or even a 1,000 times easily, but eliminate the humans, eliminate. It's getting worse over time. I need to finish this. If they are moving because of magic, I just need to take care of their controller. You, the girl. Grab that girl, the High Orcs, with powers. While they regenerate, keep attacking, restrict their movements. The plan was unveiled, a move to target the source of the creature's power. Chia, it's dangerous. A cry of warning was issued, AC. I suspected it was you. I can clearly sense the magic power. Depart, whoosh. When? A whispered question, a hint of surprise. Gina, are you okay? A worried voice questioned. Something is coming, something terrifying. Brace for impact. Cough cough. Pat, you safe now. Step. Crumble hum. I'm Jiraitaru, chieftain of the Red Blade. Ear whip, shut up and wait. A final command was issued, the promise of more action yet to come. It's all right now, the voice resonated with a quiet confidence, a calming presence in the midst of chaos. Appa, a voice called out, relief palpable in the single word. Sorry I'm late, yes? Yes, is everyone okay? You too, Gina? The questions were rapid fire, a quick assessment of the situation and a gentle reassurance. Yes, so Appa's mood feels scary. A voice observed, a subtle shift in the atmosphere, a barely perceptible ruffle. Igress, take care of Jenna. Everyone else, take the students and head down first. A command was issued, a clear delegation of responsibility. Squirm, I said. Don't move, twitch twitch. I see. The immortal hierarchs were his soldiers. Who are you, and why are you able to speak our tongue? The question was posed with an underlying tension, a demand for answers. He has no intention of answering. Attack. The pronouncement was abrupt, followed by tap-tap, a prelude to a confrontation. Grab, smack, Ah, swish-wish crush. The sounds of battle erupted, a chaotic ballet of movement and impact. Syak. Skill. Dominator's touch activated. Crush. A sudden announcement, a surge of raw power unleashed. What? A disbelieving whisper, almost lost in the surrounding turmoil. Go on. Why do you do it? Why is it that your kind wants to eliminate humans to this extreme level in our heads? Constantly eliminate the humans. Then what about me? Do you not hear the voice telling you to eliminate me? The questions were relentless, a desperate attempt to understand the driving forces behind such relentless aggression. Forgive her. Forgive me. Answer me. Do you hear the voice telling you to eliminate me? Forgive me. I see. Shine is expected. I'm not a human in your thoughts as well? Well, it doesn't really matter. I'll forgive you, however. Don't think that the process will be a painless one for you. Crackle. Don't you know how expensive that is? Vampires are very expensive. Don't eat them. The tone shifted abruptly, a bizarre mix of leniency and detached pragmatism. Ruin. Oh, smack. Plop kick kick. Healing magic. Thank you. How can someone cast better healing magic than me? The bewilderment was evident, a challenge to their understanding of their own abilities. Oh my, the boss is the archlich there. There are more than 10 Death Knights too. Among the many bosses, the archlich is famous for the Gold Dragon Guild's annihilation. One of China's top guilds was eliminated by the archlich and caused a dungeon break. Thanks to Li Shi Gang, it didn't turn into a catastrophe, but it's impossible for any normal I-Ranka to defeat it. The assessment was filled with dread, a grim reminder of the overwhelming threat they faced. What should we do? They are coming from the rear as well. The undead that weren't eaten by the ants came back to life. Damn it. Yes. Block the door. Skill. Holy Wall activate. This is a dilemma. I can see why. This is an A-rank dungeon of the highest difficulty. Guildmaster. I won't be able to hold this for more than 5 minutes. Damn it. The situation was spiraling, a desperate struggle to contain the encroaching forces. Why you are the Shadow Army? Why is the Monarch's personal army attacking us? A voice cried out in disbelief, the true nature of their opposition now revealed. Kikik, we've been chosen by the Monarch, and you weren't. That can't be. I shall personally report to the Monarch. A chilling declaration, a pronouncement of their purpose and the loyalty that guided their actions. You talk way too much for someone who's about to depart. The statement was cold, laced with a quiet certainty that foretold an imminent end.